Hi guys. So what I need to say before I get going is those of you who are not used to working with data, this can be very intimidating. But what's really happened here is very rich data has been put into a very simple tool for you to be able to use. We're not going to be able to teach you in the short time today how to do it. The videos, the how-tos, the only way to learn a tool is to work with the tool, is to get in there, get dirty, work it out, ask questions. The other thing I need to say is the tool does the heavy lifting. You've still got to do the journalism. And what the tool is good for is looking for the outliers, looking for the story, so that before you go into the field, before you write the story, this is a way to actually see about the community that you are writing about. And when you go in the field, those outliers, those things that stick out, the data will tell you, but you still got to go and check them in the field. I'm going to share my screen. Okay, and with the election dashboard, I'm looking at a municipality called there it comes. And there we are. Okay. So what we're looking at, it's a municipality in South Africa, in the Northern Cape, in the Pixley-Kaseme district, and that is the local municipality. So Nicholas has gone through the point mapping, etc. I'd like to look at the rich data. And the living environment. And what we're seeing here is households. Is there not data on this? Okay, I've actually gone to the economic environment. So for example, what we're looking at here, and bear in mind, I know Nicholas was talking about percentages, but it's really important to know the real figure, a percentage of what. So in this municipality, there are at least 7% of people living there who have no income whatsoever. So how do people with no income survive? And there's 435 people in this. The 12,000, so around here, what you are looking at, and what you're looking at there are people who are probably getting grants. There's the breakdown of income. So employed incomes, no income, not applicable. There are the actual numbers. This is quite a poor area. Discourage work seekers. So the way that we count unemployment, the way that we count unemployment is when someone is looking for a job and they stop looking, they stop getting counted, they become discouraged work seekers. So only 22% of this community is actually employed. You know, and as you go through it, what you start getting is is the temp is what is actually going on with this. And I would urge you, I'm not really going to go into this, but what you've seen is I've searched, I've looked, and what it is giving me is details. What is very important is when you quote from the dashboard, you need to quote your source. It's either going to be the 2011 the 2011 census. At the moment, the census is supposed to be this year. They've started off the pilot of the census. They've already begun in the field. They're having to reinvent how they do the census because of COVID. So it's a bit long in the tool, but it's the best figures we got, 2016. So in between the censuses, what they do is a community survey. It's a mini census so that it's used by government for planning. But it's really important is when you're using figures out of this, please quote the source, either the census or the 2016 community survey. Now, Nicholas has been through the dashboard. I'm not going to carry on too much with the dashboard. What I want to show you is the dashboard is part of an ecosystem. I'm just going to stop sharing and then just reshare. I'm actually trying to, sorry, please bear with me. I'm just trying to get into municipal money. Okay, muni money should be there now. Sorry, guys, I was having all kinds of problems with sharing. Becky, there is a problem with, oh, there it is, got it. So municipal money, so a lot of the stuff that is in the dashboard, quite a lot of that stuff comes from municipal money and a series of other tools. Now, and again, I've gone to exactly the same municipality. It's giving me a population, it's giving me a size of it, and it's giving me the density. It's 4.2 people per square kilometer. What you've also got are contacts for that municipality. Unfortunately, there's no cell numbers. There is a video which explains to you how it works. Let me just close the contacts down. Financial important. Now, this is really, really important. The devil is in the detail. And what you've got are Auditor General outcomes for all those years. So straight away, there's a story here. 2015, 2016, they got an unqualified emphasis on matter items. Now, what the reason for that? You've got to, they didn't file a report there, but if you click on read report, you will get a copy of the report. You need to read it. You need to explain what the Auditor General found. But suddenly what has happened after a pretty good performance over many years, suddenly this municipality got a qualified audit. There's a story there. What happened? Something went very wrong. The different audit outcomes, what do they mean? Each one of them will be explained over there. So this municipality has got 54 million Rand in the bank. It's got 54 million Rand in the bank. And each time as you click about this indicator, it'll explain to you what cash balance means. it will show you how it's measured. So green is good, red is bad. And then where it says show calculation. So we know that journalists struggle to read balance sheets. What this does is where it says show calculation, it's actually going to take us to the exact page in the budget of where this is coming from. You can change the financial years. You can look at a particular month, and I like to look at audited actual. So the audited actual would be once the AG has been through it and sorted through it. Now, so they got 4.6 months of cash coverage, and they've underspent on their operating budget. It's how much the municipality has spent on its operating expenses that was planned and budgeted for. So 9.5 underspent is average. Here we are. So now 164.8%. So now we're getting into where the stories lie. About this indicator, capital spending includes spending on infrastructure projects like water, like new water pipes or building a library, etc. Underspending can lead to undelivery of basic services. Now, something is going on. So in my experience with this is if you go to a town and you see this happening, very often around the center of town, the potholes, the gardens will be nice, the potholes will be fixed. The further out to the town, and once you start going into townships, this is where you're going to see this manifesting itself. Each time there's a video to play, how it's measured, and just to repeat. So what this is doing is there's a lot of this in the dashboard, but this is a richer view. And here we go. This is explaining to us, my apologies. Spending on maintenance and repairs. Again, if you read the Auditor General's report, the devil is in the detail. You're going to find out what is going on here. Fruitful and wasteful expenditures. So now this municipality has actually improved 26.2 down to 12.5 down to 4.6 in the last year that they reported. But anything above naught is not good. Liquidity ratio is getting, so current debt collection. So one of the problems that we are seeing is this municipality is having a problem collecting money. 83.8%. Now, sometimes when you see a municipality, what has happened is they've collected 120, 130, they go through spates. That means they're dragging people into court. That means they're doing all kinds of things to try and catch up. This is rates. This is rates and taxes. Again, with your municipality, where does your municipality get its money from? So locally generated, the higher the locally generated, the more the rates and taxes basis that they have. So you've got some tiny little municipalities. So this is from the government, from national and provincial government. And there's a real figure there. 47 million rand as compared to they are raising 72 million rand locally. What you start seeing is, for political reasons, a lot of municipalities that shouldn't exist do exist. And you will find that the proportion of transfers from government are very high because they don't have a rate space. This will explain where the money is coming from. Provincial transfers and national transfers. So the original, so here you're having a look at your municipality. There was the original budget, there's the adjusted budget, and there's the audited actual. And very often the audited actual is far lower. Which sources provide more or less income? There are all the different sources of income, all in your own municipality. This municipality is spending 30.2% of all its income on staff wages and salaries. And then it's spending another 8% on contractor services. This is a breakdown, it's color-coded by year on how much the municipality is spending. There should be embedded data in there. What the municipality is spending on providing these services, and so it goes. And this is a really powerful tool when you are looking at your municipal finances. So where's its money coming from? So middle income is bringing in the highest income there. Indigent is bringing in the lowest. And then what you've got is the affordable rate. Those are just income brackets. And again, if you're not sure what it is, each time there's a video and an explainer. Where the income is coming, bills over the month. So it's a really powerful tool, but where I would be homing in on this thing is the capital expenditure. How are they spending on CapEx? And how are they delivering services? How much are they paying on wages? How much is going for water? How much is coming from government? There are multiple sources. And what we're going to do afterwards is share some stories that have been done that look into this. And then the final thing that I do want to show you is a thing called so the dashboard is part of an ecosystem. And it's going to share going. Why is he not showing up? Just forgive me, guys. My computer's misbehaving today. On the day that I need it most. Okay, and then let's go back here. And then the final thing that I'm looking at is a tool called YZMap. And again, I've searched for YZMap. In YZMap, it's exactly all right up there. All the time you can search for your places. There is the population. It's using the 2016 survey. This is what the government is using for planning. That's the population, that's the size, people per square kilometer. And this actually drills down when you're looking at for local reporting, this drills down very deep. This drills down at the ward level. There are the election results, the votes by party, the embed. If you say embed, there is an embed code that you copy and you can put it into your online story. You can take a screenshot of it. You can explore the data. You can turn the data into a map. And it will map so sorry, it's just a bit slow. I'm not going to go there, but what it'll give you a map of votes during that election, color-coded, that not only does it help you visually when you're doing the story to get an idea, but you can either embed it or do a screen grab and add it to your story. The municipal elections, this is the age range of people living in the community. When you embed a chart, it comes with the data embedded. The moment you do embed, that all this remains. The population group, how the population group is made up, the major languages, the vast majority are born in South Africa in this province. The vast majority are South African citizens. And these are households, and so the vast majority of people are living in houses. 11% are living in shacks, and that is 10% higher than the rate in the rest of the municipality, and 80% of the rate of the Northern Cape. 52% of the people own their homes. 40% of the people actually are households headed up by women. There is a breakdown of income. This is very interesting. 81% have got cell phones, their stoves, their TVs. Very high cell phone, very low telephone. And look how many people, it's quite a poor area, have got satellite. Where people are getting water from, 85% have prepaid meters. 4.8% of those people, 48% of those people have no access to electricity whatsoever. Toilet facilities. So 86.8 have access to flush or chemical toilets, but only 3.2% have no toilets. Refuge removal, employment, the annual income. So what you're actually seeing here, quite well educated, 59% grade 9 or higher, completed matric or higher. Only 1% of the people in this municipality have a postgrad degree. So you've got a child population, there is orphans, school attendants. So what you're seeing is you're able to, between the dashboard, between YZ, and between municipal money, you can get a really good idea of the people that are living in an area, their living circumstances, their income, and even if you don't go to the area, when you're writing the story, you can begin to explain and give people get an idea of it, and it really, really, really enriches your content. Don't get put off that this looks complicated. They're actually very easy tools to use. And the only way you're going to learn it, I reckon that I don't know about Itzhak, but I'm one of the oldest people here. And if I can do this and I can work this stuff out, and I've become a bit of a ninja. How have I become a ninja? Besides being an investigative reporter, I use the tools all the time. Play with them, use them.